welcome to Verbling. I'm Teacher Oakley. My apologies, the class is a little slow loading today, but I'm here now. Hi. For the next hour here on Verbling, we're going to be playing a kind of a game. I don't know. It's called Poison Word. Here's the deal. I'm going to give you some subject to talk about, something very basic. What did you have for breakfast? How do you tie your shoes? What's the first thing you do in the morning? Whatever. Something simple to talk about and explain, maybe a description. But I'm going to give you a poison word. I'm going to give you a word, and I'll type it in the Verbling chat box, which you cannot use in your description or your account. The idea is to get you, the English language learners, to think about alternate paths. Of course, we all ordinarily are going to use the same verbs or expressions or what have you, but it's valuable to kind of think about alternative ways to say things and try to get your brain, instead of going in the linear fashion, maybe a little more circular, to try to think of ways to say things when you don't know the word. And useful kind of practice thing to do, especially for people who are preparing for a standardized English test, for example, a speaking test, and you can't think of a word. How do you go about still talking about what you need to talk about without one of the keywords? So we usually do that to give you a clue, we usually do that by sort of defining the word. That's one way to do it, at least, if we don't know a direct synonym. So useful for that, or maybe, I don't know, a job interview, or anybody, even native speakers sometimes, oh, what's that word? What's that word? I can't think of that word. It happens to everybody, even native speakers. So anyway, kind of wake up some new nerve synapses in your brain and think of an alternate path to talk about things. Okay, hello Heidi. Welcome back.
Hello, nice to see you again.
Likewise. Okay, hi Demas.
Yeah, hello teacher.
How are you today?
How are you? I'm fine, thank you.
I'm okay, thank you. Okay, Heidi, I'm going to start with you. I know you've done this before.
Yeah.
I'm going to start fairly straightforward with some, to get started, we'll start with some very, keywords for what we're talking about, nouns or verbs. Later, we're going to we'll talk about some connectives and some function words, which makes it really challenging. Things like prepositions and conjunctions and so forth. Okay, but let's start basic. We'll start easy. Okay, tell me about what you had for breakfast, but your poison word is eat. You can't use the word eat. Eat in any form. Eat, ate, eaten. So without the verb, talk to me about what you had for breakfast.
Breakfast. And it's very easy.
Yeah. Sure.
As I mentioned before, before I got food poisoning, after that my digestion system was very bad. So recently, I can't take breakfast. I take only coffee and medicine early morning, and I start taking some meals from lunch. I take meals only twice a day.
Okay. Okay. Very good. Okay, first of all right, a little feedback. All right, you did not use eat successfully. All right, good job. But, okay, interesting things here. There's a problem with my digestion. We actually have a word for that.
No.
Yeah, you said digesting,
Yes.
but which to digest you use the gerund form, and it's actually not wrong, but we have a more specific word for the whole, speaking about the whole process, I guess. Digestion. So there's a problem with my digestion, like that. Okay, now you chose to use the verb alternately to eat. You chose to use take, and that's
have is better.
yes. Thank you. I'm reading my mind. Have is probably more normal. Now, yeah, I have breakfast. I have lunch. It's actually very common. It is possible to use take with meals, but it is most often used in this way. I think we should take lunch on the porch today. It's a lovely day. Let's take our lunch on the porch. It's often used to describe the where, the place.
Yeah.
Okay. You know what? It's a nice day. Let's take lunch in the park. Okay. Whatever. Something like that. Okay, but still. Good job. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. We're going to have plenty more chances because there's only the two of you. By the way, lots of room in the class. Anybody out there in Verbling who wants to join us, don't worry about being late or anything like that. Just jump on in. It doesn't really matter. Okay, Demas. Okay, Demas, I want you to tell me about any instruments any musical instruments that you may know how to play, but don't use the word play. Your poison word is play. I want you to tell me about your experience with musical instruments, but without using the verb play or played.
This may be difficult, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It may be.
I try to use a guitar in my life, but it's not always succeed.
Okay.
I take musical lesson, guitar lesson.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I don't know what that I must use in that situation.
Okay. All right. Now, sometimes as we do this, your brain will immediately think of an alternate route, and sometimes you get stuck. How am I going to do it without? Okay, that's kind of the idea of the class. All right. Let me a little English feedback. I tried to using a guitar. First of all, you can never use to with ing gerund form. All right, so get rid of the to. I tried using a guitar. Or you got stuck between the infinitive and the gerund. I tried to use a guitar, or I tried using a guitar. Kind of got stuck there in the middle. One or the other. And also, I take guitar lessons. I think you probably meant to use the past tense. I took guitar lessons. I imagine. Okay, here's an alternative. How about learn? Okay, I never learned the guitar. This is actually an alternative. We can actually use learned without play. I learned the piano when I was 8. Okay. It is possible to use that method. Yeah, it's difficult. There's like no real direct synonyms for play. At least when you're talking about musical instruments, really. Okay, so that was a tough one. I grant you. It's any Heidi. Can you? Is there anything you can say play for an instrument?
Sound?
Use
No.
what sound? Sound as a verb?
Mhm.
Possibly. Actually, that's interesting. You can because you can sound a horn, for example.
Mhm.
But you don't normally say I sounded a guitar or I sounded the drums. But horns, for some real, I don't know why, but that is a collocation that is possible. Actually, you're right. Um, that's interesting. I wouldn't have thought of that. Okay, let's try another one. Heidi, back to you. Okay, again, kind of staying with some of the concrete nouns and verbs. Let's see. Key. Uh, let's try. Okay, let's try. How are you going to? Okay. Uh, let's try. uh, well, okay. Let's try. Tell me about how you take care of your teeth, but don't use the word brush.
Brush.
Okay, brush is your poison word.
Brush.
And a verb, to brush. Or brush. Well, okay. Never mind. Brush can be a noun as well, obviously.
Take care
Okay.
of my teeth.
Yeah.
My dentist sent me a postcard every 3 months. Then I need to go to the dentist to check up my teeth. And usually, how I care of my teeth. And morning, I woke up and I drink coffee. After that, I clean my teeth with toothpaste and tool to clean my teeth.
A tool.
A tool,
Okay.
using tool.
All right. Well, there's an alternate path. A
After
tool.
lunch, I clean my teeth again, and most care. Let's see. I clean my teeth most carefully is just after dinner. 30 minutes past of the dinner, I go to the bathroom to clean my teeth. At first, I use the tool and toothpaste and rinse my mouth. I use a small tool. It's clean between teeth and each teeth and the teeth, between the teeth. Small tool. And finally, I use an electronic tool to clean my teeth and rinse my mouth. After that, I rinse with how can I say oxygen water.
Interesting.
Doctor,
Okay.
I can buy it in the dentist. The one bottle. One bottle is 250 and it means $2. The machine segregate the water to the plus ion and the minus ion.
I see.
I buy the minus ion. it's very good for disinfecting my mouth.
Okay.
And then the next morning, I wake up, still my inside the mouth is very fresh and clean.
Ah, okay. And the inside of my mouth is still very fresh and clean. Usually, still, this particular adverb is going to come after the verb to be. Yeah. Actually, most of these adverbs of frequency is the movie is just okay. The movie is still playing. They are almost finished. Usually, the verb to be. Normally, we have these adverbs. They go before a main verb. Okay. He's still playing music, for example. But after the verb to be, they're normal to go after. But that's it. Good job. And okay, instead of brush, using the word tool. Okay, obviously you used clean, the obvious alternative to brush. Demas noted that you could have used scrub. Yeah, that's absolutely true. Okay, that was a really good job with a ton of detail.
Thank you.
Wow. Challenging yourself. Okay, very good. All right, Demas, I would like you to talk about your regular hair care routine, or your hairstyle and how often you cut your hair, but you can't use the word cut. Your poison word is cut. Cut, cut, cut. Okay. My hair is like so stupid. But anyway, Demas.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah.
Every month I take off some part of my hair, and maybe every month I reduce long of my hair, and I go to hairdresser, and she makes me a new design. But I don't change style of my hair, but only take off some part of length.
Length. There we go. Yeah. Okay. All right. Earlier you said reduce the long. Clearly it should be length. Length being the noun. Long being an adjective. So yeah, length. There you go. Okay. All right. That was interesting. Take off some part of my hair. Okay. I don't know if you. First of all right. Take off is a. Okay. Take off meaning remove. You take off your hat. You remove your hat. Okay. I suppose it would get the meaning across. Of course, we don't normally collocate take off your hair unless we're talking about a wig or a toupee. You do take off a wig, actually, or a toupee. So that might be a little confusing. Some part of my hair, okay, it's possible to collocate some part, but in this case, part is unnecessary, I think, because you're basically probably cutting your hair everywhere, so not just over here, or So I think I take off or I remove some of my hair. Or in reality, you don't do it yourself, so it should be passive. I have some of my hair taken off, or I have some of my hair removed. in a kind of
Okay.
passive way. Okay, and your hairdresser. Okay, she makes me a new design. Okay, I guess that's okay. Um, okay, you can actually also use style as a verb. You used it as a noun somewhere along the line, but you, okay, and she styles my hair. That's it. And this, using the verb style actually includes the idea of cutting, shaping, whatever. All right. Oh, yeah, yeah, okay. Once a month, I have my hair styled, and that actually includes the idea of cutting. So that would have been an alternative for you. Okay. All right. Thank you, Demas. Anyway, that was
Yes, thank you.
interesting. I can't think of any direct synonyms. Well, what's a direct synonym for cut? The way that you would cut hair. You don't tear it, rip it. I have my hair ripped out. No. Yeah, that's easy. That's tough. So, okay, you got to work your way around that one.
Maybe make my hair shorter or trim.
Trim. There it is. Okay, thank you. That's the word. That's it. Okay, trim your hair. Of course, cut your hair is a more general term, but trim your hair usually means a little bit. But as Demas, as you get your hair cut once a month, that's exactly what you're doing, trimming your hair. Yeah, that would have been the best alternative. I didn't even think of that. Okay, let's make things more complicated here. Okay, Heidi, this might be very challenging. Okay, I want you to talk to me about your latest travel, the last time you traveled. Where'd you go? When did you go? Etc. But I don't want you to use the preposition to, T-O. The poison word is to. And you're talking about places or place or places that you went.
Ooh.
Yeah. That could be, that would be difficult for me, honestly.
Yeah, actually, recently my health situation is very bad, so I've not traveled anywhere for 2 years. Yeah, I think 2 years. Last time I visited, last time where I visited was my husband's hometown. In the old house, there is only there. His mother, not step, my mother-in-law living. So still healthy. Alone. Yeah, I'm very sad when I think about her situation. That place is very far from here. If we visit driving with a car, it takes 18 hours, 12, depends on the condition of the street and weather. It takes 13 hours to 13 hours or 18 hours if it snows.
Okay.
Yeah. So I hesitate when there. Go there.
Okay. Well, you hate the travel.
Yeah.
Part of it.
It's double O. It's okay. Too long because it's too long.
Yeah. Okay. Wow. You had 2 double O and you had 2 the number.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. It's very funny. Okay. Where does she? It sounds like she lives in the countryside
Yeah,
somewhere, or in the
very
mountains or something.
rural place.
Ah,
Mm.
yeah. Okay.
And Mr. AKA, do you know? Maybe you
Sure.
know. He's living in Kyushu Island, but it's northern part of Kyushu Island. Kyushu Island is quite big, and my husband's hometown is southern part of Kyushu Island.
Uh-huh.
So to go to the his place and AKA the living place, very northern part, it takes 10 hours, 8 hours, 10 hours. But only going down the Kyushu Island, it takes very long.
I see. I
Mm.
just, I know, whatever. I know I'm getting away from the game a little. I'm just very curious because, as you know, I live in the Philippines. I'm very curious when Japanese people go from one island to another. How do they usually travel? Do they take a plane? Do they drive the car and then take a ferry,
Oh,
a boat from one place?
mm,
How do you normally do that?
Shinkansen already constructed to the Kyushu Island. So Shinkansen system, do you know, a rapid train.
Okay.
Mm.
Yes. All right.
It's very fast. So 300 kilometer per hour.
Where does it go? Over the water, like a bridge, or under the water, like a
Yeah.
subway?
It's connected. Each island connected bridge or like subway under the water.
Tunnel.
Tunnel, yeah.
Oh, really?
Mm.
Okay. Interesting.
We earned a lot of money before, many years ago, before bubble economy collapsed.
Hmm.
That time, the government gained a lot of tax from us. They used that all tax for the construction, constructing bridge and street or like that.
Yeah. I wish they had that in the Philippines. They'd have to give back all their bribery money so we could construct a rail system.
They should construct the rapid railway or
That would be great.
high speed way or bridges.
Yeah. Well, they've been talking about it for 10 years since I've been here, actually. No one's ever done anything. But anyway. Okay. Little last time where I visited was the last time.
The last time where I visited was
Okay.
when?
When? Yeah, right. Last time when? Okay. Hey, where did he go? Alonso or whatever. Come on back. Right. When? Last time when? Right. Okay. You ran into time span, which of course, 13 to 18 hours or whatever. All right. How are you going to get around that? That's the standardized way to say it, to give a scale or $5 to $10, or whatever, 13 to 18 hours, 6 to 20 miles, whatever. It's a normal way to give a time span. An alternate could have been, it takes over 13 hours, but less than.
Very good.
Okay. Well, there's an alternative. Okay, but great. Good job. All
Thank
right.
you very much.
Let's give Dimas a turn. Dimas, okay. Let's see. Dimas, what kind of work do you do? Again, I forgot. I'm sorry. What's
Yeah.
your line of work?
I am purchasing manager.
You are, again, sorry.
I work in agriculture company.
Whoa, my brain is not comprehending that. In a
Oh.
what company?
Agriculture company.
Agriculture. Oh, agriculture. Okay.
Agriculture. Yeah, I'm
Ah,
manager. I'm manager.
okay. All right. Well, I have a word in mind. I was trying to relate it to your work, but I don't know if I can. So I have to think of an alternative. Okay. Um, okay. Okay. Alternate. All right. Demas, think about at your house. I want you to think about the tools you have at your house. I don't know, hammer, saw, whatever. And what you use them for. What kind of home repairs or manly man kind of things do you do around your house? And what tools do you use to do them? But your poison word, I don't want you to use the preposition for.
For.
Yeah. Just talk to me about home repairs and things you maybe have done or want to do around your house or apartment. And the tools that you need or needed.
Yeah, my favorite tools. It's hammer, maybe.
How male of you? How very, very male.
Yeah, and screwdriver. Screwdriver. I use it a lot when I have some problem with my. I don't know. I drill in a wall and use special tools when I want to make something useful for my family.
Mm-hmm.
And it may be.
Do you have any electric tools? Power tools.
Yeah.
Actually, in English, we say power. We don't say electric tools. We say power tools. Sorry.
Yeah, I have power tools, but I can't say what is name they have.
Okay. All right. Well, you didn't use E4, but okay. What is name they have? What I can't say, or I don't know what they are called. All right.
What is it called?
Yeah. What they are called. This is the normal way to talk about a name. I might say to you, as a person, what should I call you? Meaning, how should I address you? Okay. I may, introduce something to you. This is called a pencil. Or asking the question, what is this thing called? Okay, to talk about names. Okay. You don't know what they're called? Do you have a drill?
Yeah,
power drill?
Two drills I have. One big and a bit small.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I also have a drill. I think I've used it once. Once for 10 minutes. But yeah. Sometimes, okay. Sometimes men have tools. I have no idea why. All right. My other favorite, I love my hammer and my screwdrivers, but also pliers. That's an all-purpose tool. Do you know what pliers are?
No, what is it?
It's used to, notice I don't say for, they have handles and a kind of a gripper, and they're used to bend things.
Yeah, I see. I see.
It's like an X. So when you squeeze the
I see.
the handle, it pinches together. So you grab things and do whatever to them, pull them out, twist them, whatever. Yeah. Those are called pliers. Pliers. Okay, and there's different kinds of pliers, like needle nose pliers. They have a very pointy
Yeah.
end, and then just standard pliers are more clamp, or vice grips, the ones that you can push the end and then they stick. Those are called vice grips. Anyway, okay. Enough about tools. Well, okay, you managed to not use 4. All right, good job. Okay, I'm gonna go back to Heidi.
Yeah.
Heidi, I know from our previous conversations that you have a sister living in Germany, and we haven't talked about her in a long time since she came to visit you. Give me an update. Tell me what's new with your sister, but do not use the poison word, which is she, the pronoun, the female pronoun for she. Yeah. The subject pronoun for a female, she.
Oh.
What's new with your sister?
Her name is Mickey.
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 Cute.
Mickey is a lot of meaning. So depend on the description of kanji is a Chinese character.
Mm-hmm.
His name meaning of his name is future. There are many Mickeys. For example, beautiful tree, like that. Depend on the Chinese character, the meaning is different dimension. So her name is future. Okay. Mickey is living in Germany, and she. It's very difficult.
Very difficult not to use a pronoun.
Mickey graduated university last May or April because she was pregnant.
She was pregnant. Yeah, that's difficult. It's almost impossible not to naturally use pronouns.
Mickey has two kids. When Mickey entered the university, Mickey was pregnant, the first son. Then when the entrance exam, Mickey's belly was very big.
Mm-hmm.
And the second was a daughter. The essay, they need to write essay for the graduation.
Mm-hmm.
That time, her belly was very big as well. Then the student needed to finish the essay until the end of the year, but that time Mickey was just gave birth of the daughter, first daughter.
Mm-hmm.
So a professor allowed her to be late the essay.
Mm-hmm.
So actually, her graduation was on May. It's much later than other students.
Mm-hmm.
Then my sister came to Japan in my house, stayed 2 months here.
Wow.
Very noisy, chaos. After going back to Germany, my sister was daughter is another person. The name is Aya.
Aya.
Her daughter's name is Aya. Very cute, angel.
Mm-hmm.
My daughter was looking for the job. Finally, my sister found the job. Now, Mickey is working in the accountant office, tax accountant office.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm.
Good deal. Okay. And they're all healthy. The kids are healthy.
Yeah, very healthy, noisy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very naughty.
Yeah. Well, you know, the thing is, when they're quiet, that's when you have to be careful.
Yeah, that's right.
When they're noisy, it's okay. All right, it's annoying, but it's okay. You know, they're not jumping off the roof or doing something crazy. It's when they're quiet. That's when
When the baby was quiet, she was licking the shoes.
Yeah, right.
Grass.
Pouring glue in your shoes or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Well, a couple slips up with she. It's nearly impossible to not naturally, if we've learned English past the beginner level, or even you know, upper beginner level, it's nearly impossible from then on to not use pronouns. Yeah. Okay. Couple notes about your English. She was pregnant the first son. We normally use preposition with. She was pregnant with her first son. Yeah, she was pregnant with a daughter. She was pregnant with twins, whatever. And she needed to do an essay for the graduation. She needed to do an essay to graduate. Basically, that's a shortened form of in order to graduate, because it's a prerequisite. It's a qualification she must have. It's something she has to do. So, okay, in order to graduate. And she had to do it until the end of the year. Actually, it's before the end of the year.
Before end of the year.
Yeah.
Maybe
okay.
By the end of the year.
By is fine, yes. By the end of the year. Or before the end of the year, either one. But not until. Until is used, I stayed in the house, you do something, the action is done until it stopped raining. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. It doesn't have the idea of something has to be done
for example,
before that time.
I'm working on the street and until the station, like that.
I walked, well, you say it differently. I walked up until I got to the station. I walked until I got to the station, like that. Yeah. So before that time, something happened, was happening, boop, before that time.
It's very confusing. Before I made a mistake a lot of times.
Yeah. Okay, just so you have the vocabulary word, just to, okay, you need longer to do some work, usually for school, but also possibly for other real work. That's an extension. So you ask a professor for an extension. Yeah, or maybe even possibly a client. You're doing a project for a client in business, and you may need an extension. Or building, construction. You always need an extension. No construction ever finishes on time. So they always need extensions. Okay. And in May, not on May. In.
In May. Yeah.
Longer periods of time we use in 1992, in the 1960s, in the 1800s, in months, in May. Days we use on Tuesday, on Friday. But once you get up to the size of a length of time being a month or more, it's always in. Okay. Yes, very challenging. All right, let's. I tortured you with that pronoun, so Demas, guess what? It's your turn. uh, Demas, I want you to talk about a little bit, explain to me about the economy in your country, what's going on with the economy, anything you want to say about it, to inform me or describe it to me, but I don't want you to use the poison word it. Avoid using the word it, the pronoun, which obviously you would use to refer to the economy. Okay, tell me about it, if you
Okay,
would.
I tried.
Okay.
Mm. Uh, economy in Ukraine has many problem now, and mm, last year we have a big problem with with our with our producing, yeah, when a lot of company produce goods uh, and take it to the
Maybe
market.
maybe production,
Oh
the
yeah,
noun
production.
form.
Yeah,
Yep.
production. A lot of company reduce his margin and lost his their client and mm, resident in Ukraine feeling that situation and spend less money
Mm-hmm.
because their salary mm, reducing. Yeah, salary reducing.
Mm-hmm.
And we have a not good mark econ, econ, economist mark, yeah, economist mark because some part of our um, territory was taken,
Mm-hmm.
was taken, yeah. And I think in the future, maybe next year, our situation in economy will and and our government makes a good step and we have a good predict in the
Okay.
yeah,
I feel like I'm.
that's the end.
That's it. Okay. You kind of your connection broke up just one or two words there. I mean, not really bad, but I think I missed one or two words. But so I don't know if I got everything. But okay, let me give you a little feedback. The economy had many problems. Many problems. It has to be plural. You missed the S, I think, or I didn't hear it. All right. Company reduced his production. All right, you can avoid using it by using plurals because it is for the singular pronoun, and you could have. I think you did after you realized. I feel that you realized that you said companies reduce their production. Okay, so okay. Uh, so using the possessive pronoun for the plurals is one way to kind of avoid using it. Uh, All right. I don't think you did use it, actually, ever. A note about the passive. Okay, you said people's salary reduced, but people's subject noun, or rather, I'm sorry, people's salary subject noun was reduced. The action happens to the salary, you see.
Yeah,
So you need
I
a
see.
passive. All right. People's salaries, really, it should be plural because you're talking in general. People's salaries were reduced would be the best way to say that.
Okay.
Okay. When you talk about economist Mark, I think we normally say grade. Are you talking about like Standard and Poor and Moody's? These international
Agency, yeah.
they grade like the economy, or they give the grades like BBB or BBA, double A. The economy's rated double A, like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's forecast for special country maybe.
yeah. They do it for everybody, but okay, those are right. Those are economic forecasts. Right, you're right. Economic forecast grades.
Great. Okay.
Yeah, like in school, grades or marks. I got good marks in school. I got good grades in school. British tend to use marks. All right. Americans tend to use the word grades. I got good grades in school. I got all A's. My grades were all A's in elementary school, whatever, like that. Okay. What's this? Oh, the last part, and maybe it's because you were cutting out. You're saying the government is making or will make or makes, I didn't get the verb tense, some changes. They are now making, the government is making changes, or the government will make changes.
Okay.
I'm not sure which. So you and a key word, your key adjective got cut out because of the connection, I think. So I am going to ask you to repeat your forecast, your forecast for the economy in Ukraine. You think it's going to get better? Improve, did you say?
Yeah, I yeah, I have bad forecast for our economy.
Okay. Couldn't get any
Yeah.
worse?
Yeah, I think next 2 year will be very difficult for our country.
Yeah. Yeah, I have a feeling you're right. Yeah, hopefully, well, keep the faith, man. It's got to get better. Really, it has
Yeah.
to. Yeah. Okay. At least, I don't know. I was reading an article about the Donbass and the economy there. It doesn't exist. There is no economy. Those guys really put themselves in a
It's a
deep
big-
hole.
It's a big hole in our budget, yeah, in the budget in our country.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Oh, we've got just a couple minutes. Heidi, I'm gonna have you try something completely ridiculous and stupid, impossible, actually. Well, it's not impossible, but it is ridiculous. Let's see if you can talk about something for just a minute or two. Let's see about what. Okay, maybe your plans for later today. Something simple. What are you going to do later today? But I do not want you to use the article the. Now, the word the is the most commonly used word in English. So this is like probably the biggest poison word challenge ever. It's nearly impossible, I would think.
I'm
All right.
taking Japanese stock market. My stocks are getting well now. This morning they are very bad, so I was disappointed. But those are getting well. Maybe if I can sell all stocks, and no. Some stocks I can get another stock. It's just published from the government. The post office stocks. It's new one. IPO. The Wednesday it became IPO.
Okay.
I couldn't buy that, so it was a lottery.
It was the lottery.
Lottery. I applied, but I lost.
Oh, because it's an IPO.
Yeah,
Oh.
IPO.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Occasionally, IPOs are introduced with a lottery. All right.
My friend got 1,700 stocks. He earned a lot in only two days. $5,000.
Really?
Wow.
Oh, nice. Good for him. Okay. It's getting well, of course, should be it's getting better. There's a change, comparative. Yeah, so, yeah. But other than that, actually, impressively, you did not use the. Wow. Okay. Unfortunately, our time is up. I have to go. I've got another private class to get to. So thank you, Demas. Thank you, Heidi.
Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
All right.